Come, let me get you some.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to Saber Talk Sunday. Mundo in the house. How are you guys doing this weekend? Sunday.
Doing good.
Very good.
I hope everybody had a great week and have a great weekend on top of that. Charlie, have a good weekend, my friend. A good workout too.
Mundo, stop jumbling.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
haven't had
job.
any. I haven't had any beer yet, man. That's my problem. Titan's in the house. Titan. Okay, for anybody who wants to email me, Titan, here it is, buddy. It's E_CABRERAIII at yahoo.com. Okay, so you can get a hold of me that way, and that way I can get your information and I can get your stuff sent out to you. All right. So that goes for anybody in the chat too.
Sorry if anyone didn't hear that over my thing. I apologize.
So let's do that again one more time, just so in case anybody missed it over that. It's E_ my last name Cabrera CABRERAIII at yahoo.com. Okay, you guys can email me if you have questions or you want to chit chat or anything like that, so that way I can get you guys to get your stuff out to you whenever I get a chance to send out things. Okay. Tonight's going to be kind of a cool little topic here, buying secondhand sabers, and Chris knows a lot about that stuff, and
I do as well.
and yeah, and both of these guys know a lot more than I do, because I have yet to buy. I bought one secondhand saber, and that's all I have done is buy one. So these guys are a lot more knowledgeable than I am in that department. But there is a checklist you do need to do, and to do your homework for this type of thing, that if you so choose the route to buy a secondhand saber, then several things come into factors, right?
You're just playing.
Secondhand.
Oh my God!
I got a bunch of them, and most of them are from Barris.
Yeah, most of them from Barris.
Yeah, Balin Ska.
Oh, the Balin.
I got the Rainikin. I don't know.
The unknowns.
That's the apprentice hilt
I
that
got
back.
this one off Marketplace and weathered it.
Uh-huh.
Skywalker Return of the Jedi. I got Shin Hati.
Ooh. I actually like the design of that one, the Shin Hati.
Return of the Jedi. One of my favorites. And a few others. I got the Darkness as well.
Oh.
Other ones are on my room. I got a Saber Forge, which I got used. That's $25.
Wow.
That's a great ASP build.
It is too. So we know secondhand. Very, very well.
Very cool, my friend. Very cool.
One would argue.
So
one would argue that AliExpress could also be considered secondhand, because considering how bad the communication can be. But it's all about a manner of opinion with that. After that.
well, yeah, I think it might be a matter of opinion, because you never know with AliExpress whether it is actually not used, and they could have just taken care of it very well, kept it as a shelf queen or so forth. I mean, either way, it doesn't matter. I mean, if it's considered secondhand, if it's not considered secondhand, but like you said, I think it's in the eye of the beholder. And guys, forgive me if I'm chattering like blah 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 blah. It is cold in my goddamn garage here, man. It is it is actually 29 degrees outside, and in my garage it's 39 in here. I am not. Yeah, it is cold for me in here. So I don't have a heater in the garage either.
Mm.
So forgive me for chattering and um shivering a little bit here. So
Shiny.
you have bought, Chris, you have bought all of those and quite a few of them from Barris, right?
These ones are trades, but yeah.
Well, but
But same
clearly,
difference.
it's a trusted source, right?
Yeah.
And I mean,
So,
I will say that when it actually started out, my first saber that I bought from Chris was actually a Luke ROTJ Nexus, the
mhm,
hero version. And to be honest, I mean, at the time, I thought Chris was just another vendor. And I think over time, as we talked, we started to get a rapport of that. And when I first met
mhm.
him first time on your show, we finally gained that level of trust, and that's why we've been able to communicate back and forth and do the trading that we have done,
Hmm.
from last year.
And there has to be, there has to be a tremendous amount of trust in
Mm-hmm.
the person that you are actually getting the secondhand saber from.
Yeah.
Um, for one thing, I mean, there has to be a great deal of communication too. So you want to see what you're kind of getting yourself into. And some people don't actually know what they're getting into when they're buying secondhand sabers, because if there's no communication with that person, the person basically sends them a picture. You don't know if that picture is actually that product that you're going to get, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
They could show you a one picture and then send you something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Barris, go ahead.
and I mean also, like, for example, another person that I bought from on the lightsaber pages is a guy named Andrew Barber, and from
Uh-huh.
him I've been able to get, for example, my first KR Sabers hilt,
Shiny.
the Emperor from 2020, the one that takes the 1 inch blade, and
Hmm.
also one of the LGT versions, one of these LGT hilts.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the blade plug is from Saber Gear.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sting. And the Kiara Mundi that I bought, well, okay, so I bought two secondhand. I corrected myself. The Kiara Mundi from the doctor that I bought, and he pretty cool guy, man. I mean, he was straight up with me, and we had some great communication. And he let me know when the saber was coming, in the mail. I let him know that I received it, and it was pretty much a flawless buy, right? So again, you when you buy secondhand, you could be helping that other person out, right? You could be helping the person out that you're buying from, um, as well as now I've got a third, because my first buy, let me see, where was it? That Black Prophecy V3
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
that I have, I bought that from Albert, right?
Mm.
And at Smugglers, and uh, it was the same concept. Like Albert said, okay, this is how much it is. Here's a picture of it. You got, once you finish paying it off, I'll send it to you. No problem, right? And then I received it. It was all good. I think the only thing that happened that he probably forgot was just one of the little neural nuts that go on top of there.
Mm.
But other than that, it was good. Yeah.
another another person that I ended up actually buying from, and it was actually bought from his website. Last year, I think it was middle of the year or something. It was earlier in the year. Jesse Kirkbride, aka Kyberphonic Fonts,
Mm-hmm.
was selling a bunch of his sabers. In fact, I think he still has his his sabers, some of his sabers that he hasn't sold off yet. Wait, hold
Hmm.
on. Yeah, let's see. Products, sabers. Oh, he sold them all. He sold the last two that he had. A
Oh wow.
Princess Leia from KR Sabers and the Dark Saber Corbanth.
Nice.
Congrats to him for getting all those away. That seriously was there were a lot of sabers. The one that I got from him was the Nexus version of Venestra Rose lightsaber from the Acolyte.
Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, I've got one coming that's called the Child from Cameron, Lord Reaver, right?
You finally got that version? Wow, that's
Well, I'm getting it. He hasn't mailed it out yet because they got a big ass snowstorm, so he hasn't been able to get to the post office to send it out yet.
yeah. But also from Cameron, I got the prototype version of the Mundi that we see at Corbanth, and he even was able to send me the chassis for it. And honestly, it's a beautiful hilt. And unfortunately, he did not send me the Allen keys specifically to unlock the crystal section. But thankfully, thank you, Amazon, I was able to find some. And let me tell you this, unlocking them is actually really incredible. Give me a second to do it. So basically, you unscrew it right here. And you take out the nut. Don't want to lose that. And you simply twist. And the crystal chamber's the crystal's already in there, as you can see. So all I need to do is set it up to get it installed, and I'm good to go.
Wow.
The danger signal, sword of omens. Give me sight beyond sight.
I don't get it. How does Lionel fit into this?
You'll figure it out later, dude.
Thundercats, Thundercats, Thundercats. Oh!
I actually remember that because in middle school, one of my teachers brought out the DVD set, and we were just watching it, and I'm just like, huh? And yeah, it was a weird thing, to be sure.
Put down your Star Wars lightsabers or join me. Go! I got it! Me too!
Oh yeah, that old commercial. I actually, yeah. But I will say that another trade-in that I did, another secondhand purchase I got was an Anakin AOTC by Ultimate Works. This is the V1 version that they did. This one was custom weathered by Mountain Sabers to make it look like it was taken from Geonosis after it was and reforged after it was sliced in half.
Oh wow!
And honestly, the problem with it how it was originally was that it didn't have a good retention screw set holding in the blade. So what he did was he drilled these three holes on the sides, these three holes, so that way it would hold in the blade better.
Wow.
But, yeah. Other than that, and also one of the many secondhand sabers that I got were actually 3 of them were secondhand Master Replicas lightsabers, and I sent them off to have them reinstalled. And this one here is a 2007 Yoda. This was the first like full-on Force FX prop anyone ever did for Yoda. Like this thing is
wow.
This is my iPhone. This is a Yoda. This is how far technology has come, people. And it is incredible.
Oh my man. Now that's cool. Yeah, I mean it's amazing how you can start your saber with your phone now.
Well, yeah,
just
definitely the XenoPixel thing with that. But going back to what you were talking about, Mundo, when it comes to buying lightsabers on secondary market, I would say nowadays with how tariffs are impacting, especially for American buyers, it's become quite annoyance. I think that's the proper word for it. Yeah, annoyance. And it's unfortunate that that's happening. But one of the things that has definitely boomed because of the tariffs is the secondhand marketplace. And there are many people who are willing to let go of lightsabers that they do not need, or just for different projects.
Yeah, man.
That just don't believe the thing where you say, "Oh, my daughter is a thing. It's like I want to give you a free lightsaber." Bullshit. Bullshit.
You got to really think about what's going on. Yeah, really think about what's going on, because there's so many people giving out free things, but you got to really read between the lines of what's going on.
Life are free. Lightsabers are not free.
No, they're not.
They're very expensive. They hurt the wallet.
Yeah, I mean,
Mo's in the house, and I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna shiver for everybody that's cold, man.
If it makes you feel any better, Mundo, it's cold here in Tennessee. I mean,
I bet.
But I mean,
it's gonna be the negatives next week.
I mean,
all right,
for New York.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing.
Oh, Scott's in the 40s there.
It's a good thing you sent out the stuff that I needed, my stuff when you did.
Mm-hmm.
But
amen to that, Titan.
But basically, we are now in what I would call, when it comes to mailing stuff, the post-holiday season, where even though it's not the holidays, the mail service is clogged up because of the mail.
Oh yeah,
and because of the weather in a bunch of places. Like I saw on NBC there was a pileup in upstate New York or something. It's freaking crazy, man.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
But and one of the other things too that you got to consider when you're buying secondhand is the amount of time that it can be shipped, right? Depending on where you're at. If you're in the U.S., I mean, it can be like a week or two possibly. But if you're out of like the country or something, and it's got to go through customs, so you're looking at maybe a month of getting your saber or something like that. Or if it's made to order, right? If you decide to go and you buy a brand new hilt, then it's going to take a long time.
The only exception to that rule for us Americans is if you're from Canada, and vice versa, because since we're on the same continent, it's much easier for transportation, and fees are not as bad.
Yeah.
However, if you're buying from, unless you're like, for example, if you're buying from Jolly's Junkyard, if you're on vacation in Australia and you want to message, them and be like, hey, I'm actually, in Australia. Is there any chance I can, come and pick it up and avoid, the tariffs and avoid shipping and tariffs and whatnot? It's like, maybe that's
Chet's in the house. What up, Chet?
Speaking of vacation, it's not really a vacation, but the Mandalorian Grogu movie that's coming out the end of May.
Yep.
I know there's a couple guys in the New York City area. I will be there May 23rd. If anybody wants to go to the movies with me, we'd like to have a group of guys go. We're going to be bringing our sabers.
Nice. I'm going to be in costume for Mandalorian and Grogu without a doubt. And if the movie theaters, hey, you cannot bring it in here, I'll turn on my saber and be like, no. You want to say that again?
Exactly. The thing is, I can hide it in a pair of pants I've got. I got some Wranglers that got 14-inch pockets. I can hide any of my sabers in there.
I mean, also you have, if you're wearing robes, I mean, yeah. Hey,
it depends on the weather.
I think I've had enough main screen time. You can pull us back to seeing all three of us now.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So, Titan, let me show you. I wrapped up your thing right here. I'm gonna be getting some more bubble wrap pretty soon, so that when when I put it in the box and get ready to ship it, it's going to be nice and safe and cushioned too for you. So
Oh,
I don't trust any of the people that bring it to you. I mean, post
Nope.
office is good, post office is good, but UPS or anybody else like that, nah.
UPS. Bye bye.
yeah. Well,
That's
UPS
why
they started charging for taping out of the boxes, which I get. It costs money, but still.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well, that's why I go to the post office, man. Post office gets there good.
One hilt that I did get actually. So last year, Loretto Sabers actually came out with their clan hilt version that had the Clo Koon Lunar Unduli type, and I was able to buy this from Gustavo Canales.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure I butchered the name. If he's watching this, please don't hold it against me. And the chassis, it's an HL Sabers hilt. And what's neat about it is that the chassis, it comes out the top like this. Unfortunately, one of the problems I had with it initially was though, the original chassis broke, so I had to send it to another installer in Madison, Wisconsin, a guy named Ian Bush, who also sold me his Corbanth Dark Nihilus. These chassis are just very beautiful. Like it's nice and smooth, and it slides right in, squeezy.
Now I can't wait till I get my crate slayer back from Jeremy, man.
Oh yeah. I've been watching his progress. That's pretty
Ooh,
cool.
damn, that's loud.
That.
Yeah.
Well, it is. I think it's. I'm not sure. I forget what speaker it is, but
Something trespasses on sacred ground.
Ooh.
Damn, that's loud as hell, though, too. Man.
Probably a KR.
oh, maybe who knows?
With the quality of the sound, it sounds like a KR.
Now again, when you're ordering secondhand and you're having it shipped to you, you really do have to pay attention of not only the company that you're getting it shipped through, but you need to make sure that one, if you get insurance for the product that's coming to you, right? So that if anything happens, you can lay a claim. First of all, before anything like that goes on, I would talk to the company that's shipping your product to you and find out what you can do if something happens to your product, how the claim system goes, how you can go about making that claim and getting your money back or whatever it is that they do to help you if something is messed up or something happens to it and so forth. Now, another thing is that not a whole lot of people may want to do this, but if you intend to keep the saber, for a long time, right? And you might want to engrave your initials on it. Now, I know this is going to be a little controversial to people because you don't want to mess it up. But if something happens where you have to get it reinstalled and send it out and this and that, you know exactly what pieces you have in there, what is yours, what is marked, right? Now, again, people will say, well, what if I want to sell it and this and that, but if I mark it up, that's a risk you're going to have to take. But again, if you don't have your initials or pictures or something to back up what you've sent, what you've done, then it's going to be harder to go through that claims process and either get your money back or get money equal to that saber of yours, so that you can buy another one, right? Like it, if you can find another one. So you want to make sure that you protect yourself in case that person is really not reliable either. But bottom line, protect yourself either way, but also protect that person who is actually selling you that product as well, if they are a good person and they, their intentions are good and everything. So you want to do everything. Let them know. Constant communication, um, pictures back and forth, so that, hey, I got the saber. It's all good. There's nothing in it. This and that, so that everything is all good, right? Um, so you protect each other, and there won't be any animosity between the two parties. If anything actually does happen, then you'll know, okay, so and so sent me this saber, and it's clean and free of anything, right? I received it. It's all good. You let them know. Good. I send it that way. Good. But if in between something happens to the saber during the shipping process, it's neither one of your faults. The fault is going to be with that shipping company. And that's where, after you find out all the information that you need to make your claim, what you can do, and everything else, so you have a clear path of exactly what you need to do when both parties know that nothing happened to the saber and something happened in between that process. That, I tell you, will go a long way. And a lot of people kind of tend to get a little skewed with each other because, if there's no communication with certain things, and you don't make that communication, it's a little harder, because then you lose the trust factor of that other person from that point on, right? And then and that's not a good thing. So if good people are getting the trust lost from others, it's really not good business practice. So um, both parties need to make sure that they do what they're supposed to do in order to have a good, smooth transition of product from one hand to the other, and go ahead and everybody's happy, right? And if something happens, you know what to do the next step.
And one of the biggest downsides to one of the biggest examples of that, which what you said is one of the biggest, losses of that trust happened this year with Electrum Sabers. And because of that, a lot of trust has been broken in the community, especially with that company. And, Electrum Sabers wasn't bad. It was, I would say, a lot better. Their hilts were great. The problem, I think, came ultimately, like Dave has talked about in the past, is that the wrong guys were hired and he got screwed over, and which resulted in everyone else who had orders from Electric Sabers got screwed over.
Yeah.
And it sucks. It really does. So, and now there's this guy, and now there are people on the lightsaber pages on Facebook just making a whole big kerfuffle about it. And it's a really big mess. But ultimately, I would say that when it comes to Electrum Sabers, is that it's not the fault of it. You definitely have to know your due diligence when it comes to price, comes to getting particular lightsabers. But at the same time, you just have to know where you're buying from. Like, for example, I want to get the Brylark, it was the Gunji Saber. I want to get the version that Ultra Sabers has, but I don't care for the electronics. I care for getting it reinstalled with actual Profi. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it as a stunt, and I'm going to look at the blade. Then I'm going to basically unscrew the bomb cap, and then just pull it out. Although I'm not sure if that's wise or not. Is that wise? Probably not. Just so it doesn't, just not even having. Yeah, I'm not going to do that because that will be. But basically, the point is that that's what I'm going with, my next, hopefully this year. But for now, right now, I'm just trying to get back all my all the stuff, and yeah.
Yeah, and then that's good, man. I'm glad you got it. And a lot of people didn't get it, and it's such it's such a bad thing that he couldn't recover because he really did try to get people their stuff. But I think somebody had it in for him that really screwed him over on top of all that. Because if he was really I think he was really trying to get stuff out to people, but somehow things were not getting to people.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if somebody really had it in for him and things were not being sent out the way they should be, or you know I seem to think that maybe there is some internal espionage or something on him, because I don't see how somebody could say that they're getting things out to them and then they never get their products, right? So, and I don't think it was him himself. I think it was somebody within the company that wasn't really adhering to certain things. But again, I don't know. I mean, I'm speculating because when I've talked to him on several occasions, he's genuinely wanting to get everything to everybody, but he just couldn't. He just couldn't. And putting up a second mortgage on his house to try to get people their money, or to try to get people their hilts and stuff like that. Who actually would do that? Who actually would do that if they weren't trying to you know, get their stuff taken care of to the people who didn't get their stuff? You know, I don't know any one person who would be honest enough to try to do that, to try to get people their hilts or their money and stuff. So, but that's just my opinion, right? And I'm sure there'll be a lot of people listening to this and saying, "Oh, Mundo, you're full of crap," da 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 da. But I try to think positive about certain things and um, certain things about people, even if they're bad. And there are a lot of bad people out there. I mean, there's a lot of people who take advantage of stuff like that. Secondhand sabers. There's a lot of people that take advantage of stuff like that, and not necessarily in this country. And there's, in not necessarily in this country, but in other countries, you got good and bad people. I mean, regardless of where you're at, anybody can take advantage of certain situations. So you have to be on a high alert when you're ordering stuff, and and make sure that it's a potential trusted source. And like I said, a lot of communication goes a long way. And if something doesn't feel right, don't go with it. If you have second thoughts about something, don't go through with it. Find something else. Find somebody else.
I finally, real quick, I finally got my Jade Slayer back from Mountain Sabers.
Oh man,
this thing is just beautiful. Mountain did a really good job, and I do plan on actually sending it back to have a new chassis made for it, because whoever designed the chassis for it for Corbanth, I mean, it really isn't the best.
I'm ready to face the trials.
I was
Titan. It's possible.
Yeah. Look, Electrum Sabers, their hilts there are many scattered throughout the you have to look for them on the lightsaber forms, but they're there. But yeah, and I have Jade Slayer by Weapons Master Sounds and by Jake Ragusa, and it's incredible. So
speaking of Electrum, probably towards the end of this year, I'm gonna be looking for a Evo Flex if anybody sees one.
Yeah.
Well, and if you find two, I want a second one.
and then asked, is it worth buying a secondhand Force FX lightsaber and installing iconics? Yes, it is. I mean, this, like I showed you, this is a 2007 Master Replicas Yoda, one of the last ones they ever did before
they went under.
Before Master Replicas sold the licensing product.
Okay.
Pro.
Well, but I don't think. I mean, it's worth it, but I don't think it's worth it for a certain price point.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, I've seen some on eBay go for like $800 or $900, and plus on top of this and that, and I think that is a little overkill
This is worth it.
for a second hand. You know.
I think if you're looking on eBay, keep in mind you're looking at those that are priced that way are priced by like nib box never opened, that sort of thing.
Mm.
Like if you want to get a Master Replica's Force FX and you want to have it installed, like look on Facebook Marketplace, look on eBay, ask questions, and ultimately just say, I'm not interested in the box. I'm not interested in any of that. I just want the hilt. You can even cut the blade off because ultimately you do not need the blade for converting it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
In fact, throw that blade away.
I basically told the guy when I bought my Yoda, dude, you can take a hacksaw to the blade to cut it down, and you save on shipping.
Now I did see a Black Series FX at one of the comic shops that I have here in Corpus.
Black Series,
and
you can't get those installed. Basically, if it's a Force FX from Hasbro or anything or Black Series, it can get installed. Where there's a will, there's a way with those things.
Well, of course, and the price was like $215. It wasn't a bad price for a brand new, never opened box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on the model.
Yeah.
I see them on eBay all the time for under 150.
Really?
I'm sorry.
For an unopened brand new box?
Yeah.
Really? Well, maybe I
Now,
changed my mind on that one.
And for a Luke, his first hilt from episode 4, or if you're looking for an Anakin episode 3, or even the Attack of the Clones, you're going to be spending about $500 easy.
Okay.
For those unopened.
I will say the 2003 Vader A New Hope and the 2007 Luke A New Hope, those I got for Hanukkah gifts when I was like a little kid. So they were my first sabers. The Vader ESB and the Anakin A New Hope and these, it all came down to the Vader ESB was like $50. Like out of all there were a lot of for Master Replicas, there's like a number, there's like a whole like how do I say this? I'm blanking out. There is a tally, a record of how much Master Replicas hilts were made, and I would say that between the Vader A New Hope and Vader ESB, the ESB was more mass produced than the other one, and it's the same with the Luke A New Hope compared to the 2005 Luke Empire Strikes Back, and it's the same deal with also the Anakin AOTC. That hilt by Master Replicas, it is rare. Like you would have to invest like over $150, $200 to get one.
Now, Barris, I think that's a good point, because when you're buying second-hand sabers, I think you really should understand the price of the product itself, what you're getting, right? What not only what the person is selling it for, but what the actual value of it really is, right? And I'm sure that the person who's selling it may understand what the actual value of that hilt is. There just may be some kind of situation where they got some bills that they need to pay, so they're gonna let it go for lower than what it should be going for, right? And I think it's important that people should know that the value of the product that they're going to get for that particular situation. Because as I said earlier, you may be helping somebody, pay for some bills, that's or maybe they're getting out of the hobby. You don't know if they're getting out of the hobby and they just don't want any more sabers in their house.
That's how
So
I got this.
yeah,
He had to pay for gas. he was standing somewhere. He goes, I need like $25. I've got a saber. Can you give me $25? I'm like, there you go. So I got a Black Series, or no, it's Disney Parks.
Yeah,
$25 has the blade and everything, but the electronics don't work that well. So I'm gutting it.
yeah.
In the Golden Harvest.
So
Yeah,
so there's a mutual respect on that. Really, really. I mean, there's some good quality finds out there, but again, I'm just saying that know the value of what you're getting, because somebody may not understand what the value of that saber may be super crappy, right? And that person is like, okay, I'm gonna sell this real crappy saber for like $300, but it's only worth like $50, right? So again, you have to be very vigilant of what you're buying when you're buying, and know the worth of that saber. Get pictures, a lot of communication, and I say this over and over again because for the people that are going to be new to the hobby and that are watching this and decide that they want to come and watch and chit chat with us, right? So when they see this video, they're going to understand, if they don't already understand, that maybe they're thinking about buying a second hand. They've already bought new sabers from reputable companies, but they're not sure what to do in buying a second hand. They're struggling with the idea of buying a second hand saber because they're going to think they're going to get ripped off. And again, that goes back to knowing a trusted source, right? Somebody who has already sold quite a few of their sabers, and let's say they have a huge collection, so they've already got like multiple of the same sabers, or they produce all these different sabers, or they build the sabers and then they sell them off like that. And so but their reputation of being a good installer, a good person to buy from, speaks volumes when you're looking into people from to order from, right? So you can go into the forums, go into all the different forums, or better yet, go to YouTube and see how many people are actually happy with some of their purchases from these different people. And there's a number of people out there that will show you their builds, or they'll show you, hey, okay, I installed this for such and such, and then go to such and such, and when they do a review of the saber that they just got back or they just bought from this person, and see what their thoughts are on it, and how smooth was the purchasing, how good it was, the communications, and so forth. There's many avenues to take in order to make sure that you have a good transition between the purchasing and receiving your saber.
Yeah. I'm just looking right now at this website called JediTempleArchives.com. It's an archive, it's a simple archive list of all the different lightsabers and props that Master Replicas gave out. And besides, obviously, the LE, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Force FX lightsabers models that they made between 2002 and 2007.
Wow.
And keep
Me
in
too,
mind,
and then me too.
Master Replicas were the first to come out with like the LE and SE versions of like actual replicas from the films.
Mhm.
Like these were supposed to be like some of the like most accurate to date back then.
Yeah.
And like, look, like put it up against a KR Sabers lightsaber. It won't be even close, but still it's incredible. Like the amount of goodness. It was also
my
it was also the first time they did one of the signature edition lightsabers was Mara Jade's lightsaber.
Yeah. See, this is the Master Replicas 03 right here. And the only thing that I'm missing is that damn button housing, right?
Check.
I'm missing.
The custom saber shop will be able to help you with that.
So, yeah, that button housing right here, I'm missing that. And so I need to get a new one of those. Because then I just found on printables.
Oh, you mean the button housing? Oh, you'll have to 3D print that. There is no way you'll be able to pull that off another hilt.
Oh, no.
No. You might be able to get something that'll fit close, like a Nexus or TXQ part, but finding those is going to be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but
unless you know somebody that gets parts.
You would have to, do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but what I did is I did find on printables these little boogers right here, man. Now it doesn't have the nipple on here to go into that hole, but I think it does have this little ridge right here, this little cutout right here.
Oh yeah.
That goes right on the edge of it, right? It goes right on the edge of it. So if that's the case, and it doesn't have that little nipple to go in there, what I may do is try to print some of those little rods. Print out some little rods and snip them, kind of sand them down lightly, and glue on those nipples for those little T-tracks, right?
I was gonna say you can use that E6000 I sent you.
Yeah, exactly.
That stuff is supposed to be a more permanent bond. It'll be
exactly. Yeah,
but only use a little bit because they squeeze out real easy.
Oh, I know. Big mess. Oh, I know. My regular E6000 right here. Oh my God! I just barely squeeze it, and like a ton of it comes out. Like, God dang! I literally have to take a paper towel or a tissue and wipe the excess coming out, and then quickly put the cap back on. Excuse me.
I really like how you keep excessively saying nipples. You keep saying it, man.
Puts a smile on my face.
We're supposed to be PG-13, not NC-17.
Hey, puts a smile on my face, bro.
It really does. As a
Trust
plumber,
me.
I say it more than you guys.
Yeah, NC-17. I never claimed to have this show kiddie friendly.
Yeah.
And I didn't put it kid friendly on here either, so that's on everybody else.
Yeah.
You as a parent choose to whether your child can watch or choose not to watch. So kids, get your parents' permission. I'm a Toys R Us kid. I won't ever grow up.
Exactly. That's actually the first place I saw the Master Replicas was Toys R Us.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the day they put up that
glory
display.
days.
When they put up that display, and I saw that, I was in awe. I'm just sitting there like, give it to me. And they had it outside of the plastic case, so you could actually hold it, but it was still strapped to the shelf. So you actually get a feel for it. I'm like, it's a real lightsaber. Look.
Scott.
I will have one of these one day. And I did for like 2 weeks.
Sky cracks me up. Skid Mark Scott. Oh my god. That's hilarious. What a chimera is. Oh, Mo, the chimera hilt from Saber Bay. That's one of the newest sabers that are coming out. And dude, it is unbelievable the way it looks, dude. Unbelievable. The chimera hilt looks pretty rad. If I had the money right now, I'd go and purchase that run, but right now it's not even here. You know you got to buy it before it even shows up. So that's another thing. That's another thing that if you're when a company does a run and you got to do a pre-order of things, it's okay. We're gonna shift from a second hand to a brand new hilt right now, and especially with pre-orders, right? Pre-orders kind of tend to have a few things that there could be some bugs with that pre-order. Things may be a little loose or something because there's the kinks haven't gotten completely worked out, or there may be a flaw in the design that is not noticeable until after the first run comes through, and then people will say, okay, here's what it is, here's what needs to be fixed, and so forth. So you do, and don't get me wrong, a pre-order could be the most fabulous thing there could be, right? As a when you're talking about a new saber. I'm not dogging it by any chance at all, but you just do have to be careful because sometimes there's just things they're not. You may not get what you're expecting to get. Pre-orders. You're looking at something that hasn't been in hand and looked over and so forth and everything else on top of that, right?
Not saber related, but I love my pre-orders for those Beyblades.
Yeah, Scott, for sure, it is a blend of different sabers, but it's such a beautiful blend of it. I think the blending of different sabers are definitely a thing to go through and do.
That's what I'm doing with mine right now.
Speaking of the Beyblades from
Jawas.
They just released some Yu-Gi-Oh! Egyptian God ones.
They did. They're pretty cool, but I was never big into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Wow.
I was back in the day.
Yeah. I was more.
I like some of I like that stuff as far as design stuff goes, but I'm not really into the Beyblade or any of those things like that. Yu-Gi-Oh!
You gotta get some Beyblades, man.
I was into Yu-Gi-Oh! Up until middle of GX, and then I just was like, yeah,
for sure.
I don't know. Like, it actually helped me with my math, especially in like first, second, third grade with, addition, subtraction, and multiplications and all that.
Only a proper artist would like the Beyblades.
Now,
autism commence.
Right.
My beautiful.
Now, you guys, when y'all were purchasing your second-hand sabers, okay, what was your first thoughts when you first began purchasing your second-hand saber? What was going through your mind on your first second-hand saber purchase?
My first one. That was a long time ago.
I think my first one, was the CC Sabers, the Darkness, the one that I sent to you. I would say the first thing going through my mind, this was back in the winter of 2023. My first idea was maybe I made a mistake, maybe maybe it won't come. It's just that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit. It was very. It was back when I was having a sort of idea about what I wanted to do and what type of saber I wanted, and I was originally starting to go with baselit, but then by the end of 2023 and mid 2024, I'm just like, I'm going pixel. Pixel is strong enough to hold up against a duel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, my first one was an Ultra Saber. It was
mine was too. Back during high school.
Yeah.
And they were good for the time. I mean,
Yeah,
I
Initiate V4.
that was mine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had an Initiate V4. It was the silver one. That was my first.
The silver one. That's a really brief. That's a really broad description there, Chris.
No, the Initiate V4.
Oh, the Initiate V4.
The Initiate V4 was the larger version, which I still have the hilt.
Mm-hmm.
It has seen better days. I gave it to my my nephew.
Oh, he's going to beat the shit out of that one. Oh,
he did. It's You can't even.
This is the one I got from Albert. Huh?
The Initiate V4 that I've got.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even open the pommel anymore. It's got a big old dent right on top of the threads.
Oh wow!
I was going to turn it into a shift knob.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in my Honda. Things like this long.
There you go.
But my second-hand saber was actually my Star Killer.
Wow.
Oh, that was the second
because
one?
all the other ones I built. But that Star Killer, I was actually going to tell you guys the name of the guy. He's on Mercari, if you guys have ever been on there.
Oh,
so people looking for a good secondhand seller, go on Mercari. You can't see it.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Joe Zamora.
Joe Zamora?
He's on a couple of the different Facebook groups.
Okay.
He's actually got quite a few sabers. He orders them like I do.
Mm-hmm.
From AliExpress manufacturers.
Uh-huh.
That's how I got in contact with them, is going through AliExpress and getting the info to get directly to the manufacturers.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets them at wholesale and sells them for about the same as you get from AliExpress.
Mm-hmm.
But he's in the States.
In the States.
And he's in the States, and he gets them all shipped over, and I think it took a week to get the Star Killer to me.
Mm-hmm.
I got it for $160. No blade. And it's one of the best sabers I've owned.
Yeah. I think, well, for me, when I get that Crate Slayer, I got to build a 7/8 blade now. I have yet to build a 7/8. I still have yet to build a 7/8 blade. So that's going to be on my list to do things, right? Now, when you all have ordered, and this goes to y'all, for y'all too, in the chat. Mo, for me, it depends if, like I bought this, when I bought this from Albert at Smugglers, I bought it with the intention of turning it NeoPixel, but I'm thinking maybe I should just keep it as the in-hilt LED, right? The LED in-hilt.
I mean, what you should do is you could send it to Chris, and he can rig up a Xeno V3 into it.
Oh no, I mean it's not a problem, dude. I mean I can put a board in it.
Yeah,
that's not the
Another
problem.
thing that we can do is you can actually make a module for that, and you can just have quick clips on them, like a micro Deans.
Yeah.
You can actually swap between RGB, and then you can swap between pixel as well.
Yeah. That's true. I can make that module and do that.
Yeah.
That's a
But yeah,
that's an idea. That's an idea. The only
like
thing
Mo
is
was
that
saying
right
there.
here.
I was gonna say the
The only weird thing
thing
is
was
that the blade depth in here is not all that. I mean,
that's the one thing I didn't like about those.
yeah.
The version I've got was a little bit deeper,
Mm-hmm.
but it still didn't hold a blade very well. I always had to retighten that Allen screw on it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've got this like this second knurled nut right here is holding the LED in like that,
Yeah.
and then but see, and I took off the CoverTech wheel, simply because that was the CoverTech wheel was holding the battery compartment or the battery stuff.
That's actually a good idea because they do
But
rattle along quite a bit.
see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a grub screw in there so that I can tighten it down. But I think I may just rewire this whole thing and put in an 18650 battery holder in here
Yeah.
and do it that way. Rewire it for the 18650 battery and then use the grub screw for the chassis that'll go in there to hold the battery.
I just
Right.
realized I still have that one that I gotta install. I gotta get parts for that one. But like Mo was saying, buying a saber with the intent to weather or whatever, that was the Star Killer.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it with the intent to make it look more like it does in the game. Because I bought it in the pristine, because one, it was a good deal,
Mm-hmm.
and two, he was a really trusted seller. I'm like, I don't want to spend $300 and get one off AliExpress when I could find it here for $160. I've got blades. I'm like, I had 3 or 4 blades at the time.
Yeah.
So I bought that and I've been happy with it. I gotta get
Mundo,
some new parts for it, but
here's the crystal chamber for the
Dude,
Jace.
look at that.
Oh,
hold
I like
on. Let's look at that a little closer here. Oh, wow. Nice. Yeah. Wow.
I do love me some crystal chambers.
Yeah. Hey, so I made this funny joke the other day. Someone was asking on the lightsaber forums, "Hey,
Really?
what should I do with if I wanted to create like a real crystal from like a Swanstovsky or something?" And I made a joke that said, "Oh, well, maybe you could always go to Jared's or Kay's, be like, hi, I'd like a crystal." It's like, oh, really? What? So what? Well, a lightsaber would be like, oh, no, it's for this. Like, I actually
Just
will do that.
Slap
I
the
will.
lightsaber on the glass. I
It's
need
for this.
crystal from this.
What?
gift.
Oh, silly me. Here. Yeah, and just open it and be like, for this right here. It's like, oh.
It's like, we can get you one of those. This would be $10,000.
Yeah,
And then
right?
I just look at you like, are you kidding me?
Yes.
Give me
yes.
a freaking blood diamond. I don't care. I am not paying
Uh-huh.
that much for a crystal. Freaking cheapskate, that motherfucker. I'll go to Rock City. Go to the gift shop and buy a fake crystal from them.
Exactly.
But you can buy like crystals on the cheap. Like there's as a matter of fact, I think there's a place close to you, Barris, out there called Ruby Falls.
Yeah, that's
Um,
yep. Ruby Falls. I literally am in. I'm in ice. My out my window. I can look out mountain.
Oh, no shit.
Guys are
Okay,
like-
because I went there one year for vacation with my mother-in-law and my wife and stuff.
Beautiful, isn't it? Right?
Oh, dude, gorgeous. But one of the things that I saw is they had these big old circular trays, right? On a big old post. They had these round trays,
Oh.
all full of all these different polished rocks, and they had quartz crystals, and they had almost fake rubies and stuff like that
and another
in
cool
there.
thing,
I'm all like, damn, go over there and get a handful of those rocks over there, and I guarantee you, like, badass.
Yeah, definitely. I actually would very much like to, do that with. I actually might do that. I There's a guy I met at my recent saber legion practice. He's
Mm-hmm.
starting out as an installer, like small
Uh-huh.
time, and I think that would be perfect for him. Um,
Well, if you do go, Bears, let me know, and I could send you some cash app you or something for some
really?
crystals. Yeah.
Aw, you know what? Yeah, let's make a deal about that later. Seriously, I think that is a
Sounds
I'm
good.
in too.
idea.
I'm
Yeah,
in too.
sounds good.
I haven't been to Ruby Falls in a long time.
And plus, you probably have the hardware to cut the sabers, right? Cut them, right?
No, but I'll get them. Well, I do have some Dremel. Actually, I bought a diamond plated bit for the Dremel
I do too. I've got
that
several.
that you can use for cutting and sanding and shaping.
Mhm.
So I do actually want to test it out on some of the crystals that I do have right now and see how that's going to go.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm testing out. So, the font I have on for my Darth Titus is the one by WMS, and
Mm.
I'm checking to see the smooth swing wasn't as responsive, so I was just basically swinging it around, checking it to see, because I converted it through using a high pass filter on the
Ooh,
Brian Connors.
Scott brings up a good point.
Yeah, shipping shutdowns plus shipping was like, yeah.
That's another thing that Scott. Thank you for bringing that point up because I didn't mention that either, and I probably should have. Shame on me, but Scott pointed that out too. Is that the shipping problems that you tend to have, right?
Mhm.
Yes, Titan. I am on Instagram, both Instagram and Facebook, bro. Um, you know, with shutdowns, I mean, it's like anything else. I mean, you have all of these movie productions that shut down due to all of these different things that go on with the movie. There's all kinds of shutdowns from every different place. So shipping is not out of the ordinary as well because you have workers that work a lot and they want more pay and so forth, or they're just not getting what they should be paid and this and that. So it brings up a lot of animosity towards things to do. Um, and so you need to make sure. Sorry, guys. uh, so when that happens, just keep an eye on your emails and so forth, so that you know that where your product is really at. Because the longer it takes to get to you, I think the more potential of loss is right around the corner. Because temptation is a ugly, nasty thing, and I did not bring my saber into the to the garage to light it up.
No good. Here, I'll let that for you.
Right, there you go. There you go. Wait till I get the crate slayer in, then I can light up the crate slayer.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I may try. Well, I think I gotta order the LED strips for the 7/8 blades. I've got already the foam, and I have the blade stock. So I need to cut the blade stock, get the foam cut, get the PCB ready for that, so that I can get the 7/8 blade ready for.
I gotta get more blade foam for mine, but I gotta order blade materials so the blade foam does not get destroyed by UPS again.
Now, another thing, one of the other things that I didn't mention, and it's Sometimes it can be well, all the time is that you could possibly end up with a little extra stuff, when ordering
Hmm.
from a good person. The good
Yeah.
person may end up being generous and giving you, maybe a blade plug, or
Hmm.
maybe giving you some extra stuff to go along with that hilt. Maybe if they are print their own chassis, and they print out the chassis for you because their chassis, they taken their chassis out and put their chassis into another hilt. So maybe they printed out one for you. As a matter of fact, Cameron, he decided he was gonna print out a chassis for me for the child, and I really appreciate that. So good people and good things like that. When those things happen like that, that's always a plus, and that tells you a lot about those kind of people too. Not only the generosity that comes through, but that they can be trusted, you know so forth. Now things may end up happening where other things are going on, and it may be delayed or something like that, but overall, life gets in the way of certain things, and you just got to be patient sometimes. Now, if of course things going on and it's been a couple of years since you've gotten your thing, yeah, you might want to reconsider certain things, right?
Yep.
You might want to reconsider on, okay, dude, I haven't gotten it. It's been a couple of years. What's going on?
Hmm.
Yeah.
There
So,
was something that happened like that where this guy did pre-orders for something, and then people never got their pre-orders. People waited for like a year and a half,
hmm,
and then I don't know if that guy went under or not, but it was crazy when all that stuff went down.
yeah.
It was a pre-order for some sort of, I think it was a Luke Skywalker hill, and this was probably almost 10 years ago, and it was nuts seeing all this stuff on Reddit and Instagram at the time. People were
Hmm.
like, I put in this order. Here's the date. I didn't get nothing. Like, don't buy from this guy because he's a cheapskate and he won't give you what you need.
Again, do your homework on when
Yeah.
you order something. See if that person is a trusted source to get from. You know, look at how many people have bought from that person. There is a way. I mean, you can find out that how many people have bought from this person to make it a reputable seller.
Mm-hmm.
And things happen. I mean, pressure can get to people. They may be great people in the beginning, and then something happens to make them bitter and turn to the dark side, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's a lot of pressure in installers. There really is, and that's another thing. That pressure can change people. So try to be good. Try to have a little patience, and if things are going on, just keep talking to the person, but don't kind of like dog them if you don't need to. Be patient. Sometimes life gets in the way, and especially if they have a family, you got to understand family comes first. If they have a regular job and this is their extra income, regular job and family come first. You got to understand
Mm-hmm.
that, and give them the benefit of that doubt. Now, if so much time has gone by, then yeah, email them and say, "Hey, dude, come on, what's going on, man?" Be nice about it though. Be nice. I would really appreciate it if you could send it to me, and if you can't, then I need to get my money back, and you can hold on to the saber, and we'll go our happy ways. Be diplomatic about things. Something may be going awful in their life, and they just can't deal with it.
Yeah.
So you never know what the circumstances are. You never know.
Mm-hmm. I am very thankful for patient people.
Yeah.
Barris is very patient. He's been very patient with me with the trade-ins when I think for it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Speaking of,
And I think
I'm making good on them as soon as I can.
what's the ETA on the next 89 on the 89 order? End of the month.
Right around there, yeah.
Cool.
I'm at the halfway point with the money for it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm just looking at. So one thing I did want to mention. So looks like there's a bunch of new sabers that Nexus is releasing.
Mm-hmm.
And they're updating their Revan.
Mhm.
It's now going to be a pogo chassis instead of the slide in. Personally, I'm going to hold on to my Revan that I have from
thank you.
my Jedi Revan from Saber Forge because sound ventilation is pretty good.
Mhm.
And I've already invested in cores from you, Chris. So, but I will say the new Revan that Nexus came out with, it's definitely geared. This is from El Palo de Soto de Solo,
Ooh.
it's an Argentinian company. But as you can
Oh
see,
yeah, that guy.
there's the comparison between the V1 and V2. The V2
It looks more menacing. That's what I like about it.
I would say it looks more in line with what we see in the Old Republic video game, which honestly, I think it looks pretty good.
Mhm.
And I definitely would definitely consider getting it in the future.
Mhm.
But for now, I mean, I don't know if 89 Sabers will do a version of it that's more like what they're doing, but honestly, I'm fine with just with what I've had right now,
Mhm.
I'm not going to, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I
I did
think
want to.
that's. Oh, go ahead.
I did want to say one thing. Kind of a little surprise to you guys. So the spin flex, if you guys know what that is, I know Barris does.
Yes, the spin flex, to those of you who don't know, is the stunt version of the anti-flex that we see. Basically, there is the hero version we see on the belt, and the stunt version that Hayden Christensen used when um, during the spinning mechanisms that we got in scenes in Revenge of the Sith. And when Obi-Wan, when he and Ewan are doing the force push struggle thing, you can just see the grip.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, it's the anti-flex without the control blocks and without
Yeah.
the wrigglies and the buttons and whatnot up there.
Yeah, it's got a small choke point up top.
And continue. You may continue.
Oh, yeah. So in the next Nexus order, I will have 2 of those.
Oh, nice.
One for Mundo, one for Barris.
What? No way.
Thank you. You're so sweet.
Dude, badass.
Yeah.
And
Badass.
I'm actually and here's the thing is that what you all need to understand is that Nexus doing this is a long time coming. First off, they should have done this like years and years
long
ago.
time ago.
I think that but the thing is, usually with a spin flex, it would usually be done by a custom installer, and the only one that has ever made it on a company level is Sabers. But other than that, I only know like custom installers who would do that, like custom Saber builders.
Yeah.
So,
that thing, I was watching the video on it. That thing has a really deep blade socket. It's got to be at least 4 inches. It's
really
perfect for dueling. Oh yeah, it's deep.
Huh. And what's nice is that they actually decided to add a cover tech wheel to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you that saber will definitely be a fan favorite and popular item at conventions.
Yes.
Like last year when I did Saber Strong, I dueled against one of the operators of Rebel Sabers, and they are exclusive to Nexus lightsabers. I'll make sure that they get that saber in their inventory because it will definitely be a seller. And because it is a simple saber, it won't be so expensive you know, like I would say max cap for Profi would be what 185, 200.
It'd be about 210, 225 for most
Yeah.
retailers.
Yeah.
Just because they're so cheap from the factory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually got to get going. My nephew forgot his inhaler in my car.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Important. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Very
definitely important, dude. Well, you have a great week, and we'll
Yeah.
see you next weekend.
Talk to you later,
Alrighty.
Chris.
Yep. See you guys later.
All right, later, man. Bye bye. Yeah, we'll be wrapping this up here pretty quick too. So
Yeah. But honestly, in spite of the tariffs and how things are going with that, I'm actually really, I have a positive outlook with what Sabers are coming out,
oh,
And
absolutely.
yeah, I will say though that it is kind of a bit depressing that tariffs and the politics of the outside world get in the way of business. And
Yes.
and I'm sure that for the factory and for the people in Jiaozhou in China, they're getting hit the hardest too with it, and it's frustrating. It's very frustrating.
Well, that's a good point too, Barris, because as I said, good and bad people in China, right? I mean, it's a lot of people tend to blame a lot of the Chinese people for the Chinese government doing what they're doing.
Look,
And it's not the people, most of the people are awesome people. I mean, there are a few bad apples, but you can't blame their people for what the government does. And
I will
that's
as someone who actually, I went to Laos recently, and it's also a communist country, and they're all just nice people living their lives. I'm not gonna, scrutinize one just because they have to be a member of the Communist Party. I mean, honestly, I'm not
yeah,
going.
that's the thing. And like I said, and well, I mean, our country is the same way too. I mean, come on,
Yeah, but
there's the politics involved is BS, because I mean, things can go a lot better a long way being diplomatic in a good way, but a lot of people tend to not do that. So, but we won't get into that much of that. So,
we dipped our
um,
toes in a little bit.
yeah,
But
a little bit.
I am enjoying the 7/8 inch blade. I mean, I for the life of me will never understand why I didn't go with it initially. But I will say though,
Did you finish the job yourself, Tahiri?
but I will say though, like it could take a beating. Like like you can't like outright like full on whack it, but it's
Yeah,
yeah. It'll hold
I
its
think that's
pressure
gonna
well.
be.
Yeah,
I'm so interested in making the 7/8 inch blade, man. I'm
yeah.
like,
And this thing,
I'm stoked about
this
it.
thing feels a lot brighter. The 7/8 inch blade looks a lot brighter than a 1 inch, definitely.
Oh yeah, I mean, because it's a tighter space,
And it's
so
much thinner.
mhm. Yeah. So I got to figure out how to put two strips in there. If two strips are gonna actually fit in there, or one is gonna fit in there.
That or
I
buy
got to figure.
materials from Civilized Sabers.
Hmm. I can ask Anthony for on that. He'll be able to tell me
Definitely.
before I do it, because I mean I've got to order parts from the custom saber shop too. My next paycheck, I'll have a little bit of money to go and pay for some of the PCBs and stuff like that to start making the blade, so that I can make the blade, and then on top of that, buy some more stuff to start actually wiring up things, like getting these sabers wired up. I still need to figure out what I'm going to do with the Kiadi Mundi as far as that one thing, and I think I'm going to do is to um,
You
get
can
that
always
one piece.
you can
Uh,
that yours is the one where it's a core. It's a KR, right?
Yeah, it's the KR. No,
Well,
I think what I'm going to do, what I think I'm going to do is email Cal and ask him if I can, how to do the adapter for it, right? So maybe there's an adapter that can go in and for the PCB, and that way I can just do a straight chassis for it.
yeah,
So we'll see how we'll see. I'll talk to Cal about it, see what his thoughts are on it.
yeah, yeah. Sabersmith, Mo from the Sabersmith says, yeah, definitely having an adapter is nice. I personally, yeah. And and from one thing I do want to know is, if you do use an adapter on, like, for example, on this, will it like hurt? It will still function, right?
Yeah, because what you're doing is with the adapter, your pins, your pins and your PCBs are the same system, right? So with
Yeah.
the adapter, because you have the pins on the in hilt, and then with the adapter, it's got the PCB. So you're basically doing the same thing as putting in um, your blade plug, right? So if you have a light up PCB uh, blade plug, it's the same concept. So you got your pins on the inside of the hilt. I'll use this as I'll use this as an example, right? So I take out the blade plug right here, and let's say you've got the pins up in here, right?
Yeah.
And the 7/8 adapter will have the PCB, right? The PCB will go right here,
Mhm.
and then here, the bigger part, which is the 1 inch part. So you've got the 7/8. You've got the 7/8 that is sticking out this way, but you got the 1 inch part that's going down in here, right? So your 1 inch part will go in there into the 1 inch hilt, but
Yeah.
you have your blade as the 7/8 blade.
All
You
right.
see
Well,
what I'm saying?
yeah, I know. It's just like if I was putting a 7/8 inch blade into a
Into a 1 inch hilt.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I said, you have the 1 inch blade, well, I mean the 7/8 sticking out this way from your adapter, right? But on the second half of the adapter, it's the 7/8 inch that goes in right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean because if you have a 1 inch blade depth, a 1 inch socket for your blade on a hilt. So if this takes the 1 inch blade, right? So I've got the 1 inch blade going in here like this, right? So what you'll do is that adapter will go onto the blade this way, right? The PCB, the pins will be in here, and it'll go right there. And then, so you'll have the PCB, you'll have the pins in here, and so the 1 inch will go all the way down in there, and then you have the 7/8 sticking out like this.
All right.
So yeah, it'll all connect. I mean, it's a good easy concept, really. I still have yet to make myself the adapter, so I'm going to do that pretty soon.
All right.
I just got to know how to go about doing it, and I'm gonna ask Anthony on how to prepare it. You know, because I do have the stock for it. Um, I have the 1 inch stock for it. I just need to cut that stock and then wire the PCB and the on both sides for it, and then that should be able to um, do, because you're gonna have the 7/8 inch stock, and you have to have the 1 inch stock on that adapter, so that you can fit both parts in. That makes sense.
It does, yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't want to explain something and you not be able to follow what I was saying.
No, I get it. Yeah.
But when I get with Anthony and ask him how to make that blade adapter,
Yeah.
I'll be able to show you a lot better. As a matter of fact, when I get it made, and we're on another show, I'll go ahead and show it, and I'll show how it really is comes out, so that everybody can see what we're talking about, right?
Yeah. Oh, hey, another saber that's Nexus is releasing is an anti-flex, but get this, it's not the spin flex. But get this, it's an anti-flex, but it's also a dual crystal reveal.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know how the Venzalo Old Republic hilt, where you open the panel and it shows the crystal,
Mm-hmm.
like that, except there's two of them on an anti-flex.
Wow.
Yeah. My only caveat with it is that it's only for Xeno V3 right now, and the spinning blade and the spinning mechanism inside, it sounds really loud. Like, of course, obviously in the app you can turn down the crystal rotation, but I checked with Johnny from Dark Wolf, and he says that right now Profi is not available for it. I mean,
Really?
it takes the thing with it, but it doesn't it doesn't do that.
Oh, wow. See, Mo says that James made the 7/8 1 inch to 7/8 adapter for him.
Yeah. Speaking of James, he helped create revamp a Dark Luke lightsaber.
I just watched that today.
Star Wars fans do not appreciate what the original Dark Empire comics, like what we got in Episode 9 was a watered down, half-assed version. No offense to J.J. Abrams, but it was.
I agree.
What we could have gotten in Dark Empire would have been incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what we're going to get now that Filoni is in charge.
I mean, look, I think what we've gotten so far, even under Kathleen Kennedy's leadership, was actually not that half bad. I will say though that the bringing in of gender politics into Star Wars doesn't help at all.
No, they should have never done that.
Is a flying in a galaxy where there are aliens. Nobody gives a flying fuck about your pronouns. I'm telling you, anyone out there who's LGBTQ, nobody gives a flying fuck about your pronouns in a galaxy far, far away. I am telling you this.
I mean, we get it. It's all good, but that should not negate a story.
Do you think a Wookiee is going to give a crap about your pronouns? He's just going to. Or do you think HK-47, an assassin droid, is going to care about your pronouns? No, he's going to say, "Die, meatbag, shoot with you with a blaster, and call it a day."
But I mean, I have some friends like that, and they say the same thing. They're like, why didn't they just keep the character the way the character was? I mean, my goodness, they understand the storyline, and just because they are who they are, I mean, still,
Stranger Things. I don't care about Stranger Things.
Scott. Scott. Oh my God. Okay, we better hit this because this is gonna get wonky.
Yeah, this is gonna.
Oh my God.
Seriously, this needs to be clipped. And
you have to wait. You just have to know Scott's work mind like I do, dude, because he thinks the way I do. Oh my God.
Dude, go back and clip this and upload this as a short. Just like saying nobody gives a flying fuck about your pronoun. It's too far, far away.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna do that. I'm actually going to do that. Oh my god.
Oh. I've got a lot of friends in that realm, and they all agree that hey, come on, stick with the storyline. Don't go on a tangent just because of this. They understand that. They understand that.
Oh, hey Mundo, if you ever end up making a graphics build, on Sloth Furnace, I got as I showed you, my pronouns are lightsaber order. Okay, mine's fine. Yeah.
I'm waiting for mine. Well, Jedi Arms Dealer is making mine because I bought a build from.
Well, Sloth Furnace. He just updated. Brad Lewis updated his inventory, and the Elevator Otis card, the original that's used in Empire Strikes Back, is back in stock. And I got one that's the plain with the silver solder lines. So I'm looking forward to getting that.
Scott, what is it, Scott? Tell us, damn it, tell us. It's ending. Well, what the hell do you need to tell us? Tell us. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah.
The graphics you said, and what else?
The clamp cards that are made on Sloth Furnace's website. Finally, the original Otis elevator cards are back in stock.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there are three versions of it. Hold on.
Okay.
There are three versions for the ESB. There is the Otis Wampa Cave, the Otis, the ESB Otis, and then there's the ESB side A and B.
Man, really? That's cool.
And these are some real, and yeah.
Do you have any sabers that have the custom saber shot box 1? Low profile?
I don't think so. Closest thing I ever came to TCCS to TCSS was Ultra Sabers when it came to those type of parts. I did buy a clamp from the custom saber shop, which I'm using on my Nexus Graphics. And actually, with the Nexus Graphics, I'm actually waiting on the rest of the parts for it. I need the Episode 9 parts for it.
Scott, I'm gonna give you the white milk with the and add blue dye to it, so you have the blue milk. Okay, so if you don't have any of those, right? I might send you one of my hand sanded clamp cards.
I'm wondering, do you think it'll fit the 89 Sabers clamps or any of those clamps?
It may not. I don't know, but
What's the other
you
side
could
look
always
like?
you could always sand it down.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, because if you look on the custom ones that he made for Star Wars Celebration, they're really incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I got some different ones too. Look at these in here in the baggie. All these I made by hand. Well, I cut the boards out and sanded them down to fit the box 1 or the box 1 low profile and regular box 1 from Custom Saber Shop.
Yeah, because here's the thing: is that just because the clamps are made to be accurate doesn't mean they're made for different clamps. Like for example, a card from Sloth Furnace will not fit the one from the graphics clamp from the Custom Saber Shop. I tried
Yeah.
it and I did it, which it sucks, but honestly,
Yeah.
yeah, like it basically 89 sabers and um, clamps from 89 sabers, the new Nexus ones, and the new and from Roman props, they will fit those. But
You think,
honestly,
Scott? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, definitely the Nexus ones. It's funny how some clamps, in mine, they're not. I mean, they're not laser cut. They're not perfect, and I didn't intend to make them perfect because, if you're pulling stuff from a ship and you're doing this and you're doing that, it's not gonna be perfectly, perfect. And I'm not dogging anybody's work or anything because cutting with the laser cutter and all that is really totally badass. I can see myself later down the road purchasing a laser cutter to cut some of these things out, which would make it way easier for me and my hands. But at the same time, you know, uh, if you really think about it, custom is custom if you go that route without using all of those kind of tools, right? Anybody, if you've got enough money and you've got enough things to do, you can utilize those tools to make it easier for you. But you, when you handcraft something, you take a Dremel, you cut it out, you sand it, you measure it, you fit it. Um, there's a really sense of accomplishment doing it that way as opposed to pushing a couple of buttons on the machine and having it cut it out for you, right? So there's that sense of pride that you take into it. And this comes from this is also another thing, a sense of pride from installers as well, because when they do that kind of work, the precision of making those wires that short and getting that clean look with the chassis, man. I tell you, there's nothing like that feeling. And Barris, if you ever attempt to do something like that, I guarantee you, the feeling when you accomplish it is just like grabbing and getting a brand new saber in your hand, dude.
well, I'm hoping that. Well, I'm actually planning on moving apartments sometime this spring. So, I'm hoping maybe that I have an open space to do that sort of thing.
Awesome, man.
I would
Awesome.
love to be able to finally do my own thing with it.
Well, I'm gonna definitely send in some prayers, dude, for a smooth move to your new apartment, and hope
You can
everything goes
hold the
well.
prayers until March.
Hey, as many prayers as I can get in until then.
Yeah, but yeah, hey, listen, what you said earlier about the crystals. If you
Hmm.
if you do have a list of crystals that you would like for me to get, oh yeah. Has anyone? Oh, Scott's asking about if someone made the saber staff based off of from um, from there. Well, Scott, here's the thing.
Mm.
Not from Clone Wars 2003, but um, Kyberphonic and Juan Sith both have an Electro Staff IG 1000 IG 100 Magna Guard fonts. So you can check those out. But
That's awesome.
but yeah, as I was saying, for if you're looking for crystals and you want me to get you some from Rock City or Ruby Falls, hit me up. I will happily go there.
Yeah, let me know. Let me know what the prices are, and I'll probably send you like I won't discuss the price, but I'll
Yeah.
cash app you something, and we'll go from there.
Venmo, Cash App, whatever. Well, just let me know one day, and I'll go do that.
Yes. Awesome.
All
Awesome,
right.
dude.
Well, I think this
That'll
is a
work.
good stream, don't you think?
Yeah, it's a good time to call it a night, man. So, Chris and Scott and Charlie. Charlie, I hope you had a great workout, bro. I know you earlier, man. I was shaking and shivering down. It's kind of warmed up just a little bit in here. Could be the beer, but yeah. Um, all of you guys that have been in the chat tonight, thank you so much, man. When you guys come on, it just makes my world uh, just that much fun because having you guys come every show is amazing. Yeah, Chris, thank you so much for co-piloting. Bears, thank you so much for co-piloting. I have to thank Anthony, also Space Windu. You know, Anthony and Space Windu are the same person for allowing me to run the show the way I run the show. Um, and I will continue to run the show as long as I am able to, or if Anthony says, decides to call the show quits. Uh, However, I feel that um, I owe Harris a tremendous amount of love and honor since he's passed on to run the show, and I know that he's watching us with the show from up in heaven, and he would definitely be on the show many times if he was with us. And Gabe, if you're listening as well, I know Gabe has said that I'm doing a good job. He appreciates me work, coming on here as well, and that when his schedule gets a little lighter, that he will show up on the show when he can. So, and again, when Jedi Arms Dealer gets a little less busy as well, he will show up on the show. He said he can pop in from time to time. Anytime he gets a chance, he will. Right now, there's a lot of things going on with him that he's very busy with, and so, but he will be back on the show eventually. Here and there. Anthony, when he gets a chance, he'll pop in from time to time. Um, and again, I think the next show. What do you guys think? What do you all want to talk about next show, man? I would love to get feedback from all of you guys and see what you guys want to talk about next show. If you guys have no suggestions, I got a suggestion from NN, and we went with the suggestion of his, and that's this show tonight. So, guys, don't be shy. Give us your input. You can always, like I said, email me or hit me up on Facebook and Instagram. And depending on what you guys want to talk about, we'll talk about on the show. So don't be shy. Like, share, subscribe to all of us: Barris, Chris, Geek Shop, Civilized Sabers. And yeah, if you guys get a chance, order one of Anthony's blades, man. You guys won't regret it. Okay, guys. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Barris, have a great week. Everybody else, have a great week. Love you guys out. Mundo out. Peace. And we